In studio with us, head coach DeMeco Ryans. Coach, back from the bye. How's it going?
Oh, it's going awesome, man. Feel refreshed, recharged, ready to hit the ground running again.
What's that first practice like when you get back from the bye? What are you looking for?
Our first practice is just a matter of getting guys back into hearing the calls, getting lined up, just going through football again because we've been away for such a long time. It's just making sure everybody – is locked in, and we had a really, really good day today. Our guys were locked in. They were on the communications, just getting guys back into the flow of football, and they did a really nice job of handling the bye itself, of coming back, ready to roll, and they handled practice really well today.
Coach, having played a Monday night game already this year, does it help kind of in preparation that everybody knows, okay, everything's pushed a day back? Hey, we already did this already this year. We got to do it again. We just have to throw in this long flight. Did it kind of help that you've gone through a Monday night schedule already this year?
It does help, especially for our younger guys. It's their first time going through it. So it helps them to see like what our weekly schedule looks like. And for us, we try to keep it as normal as possible. So I just move the week back a day and just go through our normal process. Yep. So our guys understand, the schedule and how we work. Now it's just going to be a matter of, like you said, handling a long flight, going out and playing at a later start time, and just handling that with the right mindset that it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. We don't control when the ball is kicked off. We don't control what day we play. We control how we play.
Right. We dove into this a little bit last week, but how deep do you dive into what the Texans have been doing throughout the first 5 games of the season, both sides of the ball, and any adjustments you want to make overall, Coach?
Yeah, I go through it like a 3-week at a time. I go through a self-scout to see where we are offensively, defense, special teams, and try to make adjustments as quick as possible. I try not to let too much time linger because I want to fix things in a swift manner. Some people go, at the bye, we'll do a 6. Well, I feel like that's a little too late. Like, let's attack it every 3 weeks to see where we are, make the necessary changes, and, where we are, what I've done over the bye here, really not so much looking at ourselves, but now because we have the bye, we have a short week behind it. So try to look at San Francisco a little bit to kind of get a head start on them to utilize these extra days we've had.
Sure.
Coach, you know this more than anybody because you were with San Francisco. You made this trip up to Seattle. It's a little shorter trip, but you've been in that stadium. You've encountered that sideline where you've had to play against them. I'm not going to say that that's the secret sauce to it, but does it help that you can – hey, look, when you guys are up there, it's like this. Because a lot of our guys have not played up in Seattle. They've not played in that game, but you've been up there. How has that kind of helped you in the preparation that you've been up there? For your coaches have been up there to go through that to help the guys kind of get through the Seattle situation, which is so different to us. We've only been up there twice in this organization's history.
Yeah, it's different. It's a cool place to play. It's a really cool environment. I appreciate the fans and how they handle that environment. Like, it's loud. It can be an issue if you allow it to be an issue. But my biggest thing is how you handle the crowd noise. You quiet them by making plays. You quiet them by consistently staying on the field offensively and sustaining long drives. That's how you quiet that crowd, taking the ball away on defense. So I don't want players to get too enamored with, we're going to Seattle and it's this great place. Right. Let's go play well, and that'll handle that environment the right way.
How different is it seeing Sam Darnold as a Seahawk versus a Viking? Because you saw him last year.
Yeah, it's the same. Sam is the same guy. What I mean by that is Sam is going to be a guy who he likes to stand in the pocket, right? And he's going to throw the ball up whether guys are covered or not. He's going to challenge you. He's going to try to fit the ball in the tight windows, giving us an opportunity to go take the ball away. Now it's going to be a matter of us making those plays when the ball is up in the air. But our D-line has to do a really nice job of getting him flustered. Right? We got to be able to get our hands up, bat some of the passes. He does have a low trajectory when the ball comes out. Got to bat passes. We got to attack the ball on the back end. That's how you'll get to Sam Darnold, and it's been the same throughout his career. He's had a great start to this season. They've had an explosive offense. With the play-action passing game, throwing the ball deep, they've had a lot of big plays, right? So we have to limit the big plays and really make them earn everything that they get. That's by stopping the run, forcing them to throw the ball short. Like, we do those things and play tight, play aggressive, like, feel like our defense will be in a really good spot.
Coach, you just mentioned some of the strengths of the offense. Let's talk about the defense, that defensive line, and get after it pretty good. What are the strengths on the Seahawks defense that you see?
Yeah, the defense for Seattle, man, it starts with their front. really strong players inside. Mafe, Leonard Williams, Reed, the really strong defensive tackles inside, and then the edges also really good players as well. And Nwosu, Lawrence, you got Mafe. They're deep at the defensive line position, and they do a really great job, I think, of playing stout at the line of scrimmage, building that wall, really making you earn every yard you get in the run game. So it's a tough front. But once you get past the front, that's where I feel like we can have some opportunities there, right? When it comes to their back end, we got to be able to put the guys in space, get the ball out to our playmakers, and see if we can make some plays there.
Do you feel like the offense has developed an identity here, Coach? Because you see the short passing game, running the ball well. I know you want to hit the big play as well, mix of everything, really, but it feels like it's been evolving as the season has progressed.
Our offense has evolved, and that's why, I like Caley and what he's been able to do, just being able to go with what works. What do our guys do well, and finding that out? It kind of takes time to figure that out as you go throughout the season. You weather the storm a bit, then you feel like you have a formula that's worked. You feel like you have an idea of what guys do well, so you can put them in those positions much better now to have successful plays. Do you want explosive play? Yeah, we want explosive plays, but at the end of the day, I want to score points. Like, and however we score points, however long it takes, like in a drive to score a point, that's all I care about is can we finish drive with points and now make their offense have to drive the field on our defense, which I feel like our defense has done a really nice job of being a strength for our team, and we got to go out and make people earn it. That's how we play complementary football together. And our special teams, they've been outstanding, making play after play for us each game. So we continue to play together as a team to win games, not just being about the offense doing one thing or just leaning on the defense, but us collectively playing together is our formula for winning games.
Coach, offensively, it's felt like the last few weeks that more guys have gotten the football in their hands. You mentioned it about playmakers getting the ball in their hands. How much do you think it's helped the offense that, one game it might be these couple of guys, and next week it might be these couple of guys? I mean, Baltimore felt like everybody got their hands on the football, and the offense probably played at its best pace. How important is it that it's not just Nico or it's not just Nick Chubb, that it's everybody getting involved at key times?
Yeah, that's huge for offense, right? When you're preparing for offense, if you can't look out there and just say, hey, we got to stop one guy, then we have their offense handled, like that's a problem. Now, when you look at our offense, the ball is being distributed to many different guys in many different areas of the field, so who are you taking away? All right, so if you want to take one guy away, we have other guys that can make you pay, and that's what I love about our offense. That's what I love about what CJ has done over the past couple of weeks is just whoever is open, get them the ball. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter the name on the back of the jersey or the number. Get the open guy to football, and we trust that that guy will be able to press forward, get yards, and get in the end zone.
Yeah. Coach, can you talk about the process of, we see you do these walkthroughs on defense in particular where, all right, you get a bunch formation, you're going to go here, you're going to go here, you cover that guy, and it's kind of slow motion in the walkthrough, if you will, or a slower motion. Then you have to take it up a notch. What is that like as you coach the team to get ready for those situations?
Yeah, throughout the coaching process, there's a process in coaching that I learned. It was you have to put it on paper, right? You show guys, you put it on paper, whether that's PowerPoint, handout, you show guys the video, and you show them how you want it done, and you go out, you walk through it in an individual type setting, then you come together in a group setting, and you walk through it, and then you give the guys what we call a live practice rep. So you hit those 5 phases of teaching. So after that 5th phase, you hopefully it sticks after those 5. But that's what I learned early on in my coaching career is how do you make something stick? You go through that process of what we call a teaching progression. You don't start with just, hey, there's the play, run at full speed. You start out slow, build up to speed, and then you get guys that game rep, and hopefully they have it by then, and they know what they're doing, and they can play as fast as possible.
Speaking of playing fast, Coach, Seahawks have a fast wide receiver, very good wide receiver, one of the best in the league. In fact, they got a few of them. But guy I'm talking about is Jackson Smith-Njigba. Had a tremendous day against the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1, what kind of problems does he present? Number 2, do you go to your co-defensive coordinator, C.J. Stroud, to get any information from him, having played with him at Ohio State?
That's a good one there. JSN has done he's done an outstanding job of just, I would say, just running routes at all 3 levels of the field, right? Whether they're getting them a quick slant, whether it's an intermediate passes, the deep post, like he is all over the field. He aligns everywhere. So everybody has to be in tune with where he is, like what routes he's running. We got to play aggressive versus him. I see a lot of people that have played him, right? It hasn't been tight. They haven't finished on the play, so we just have to make him work. We know he's a great player. We have great players. It's going to be a very competitive matchup versus our corners versus him, and I'm excited to see our guys show up and compete versus him. But I think the kid is having a Pro Bowl caliber year. I mean, the explosives that he's made, the big-time plays and critical situations, he's shown up outstanding for those guys. And hopefully CJ has a few secrets he can lend me.
Yeah.
Coach, for your defense, totally, when you look at the intensity you need to play with, we talk about X's and O's and everything, but you need a certain level of intensity. Who is it up to make sure they get there on game day? Is that the players? Is that the coaches? How is that done?
Yeah, the intensity piece. It's, one thing I learned, Mark, and I used to be intense and revved up pregame and hyped up. I'm like, man, you can't waste too much energy pregame, right? So I had to learn it's okay to be intense, but you got to dial it back a bit. Like when that ball is kicked off and then when the play starts, it's like, do I want them intense or do I want them cerebral? I want them kind of more locked in and just under control at a good spot to where, I know this formation. I know the things we studied all week, so I know where I'm going. I don't want guys too repped up so they kind of lose their mind and they try to that happens, right? Especially playing defense. It happens. You want to deliver the big hit. You want to go make the big play, or you kind of outthink yourself. Oh, I thought they were going to run this play, and it's something like you just have to really be calm, make sure you're in the moment, and make sure you're just focused on that small little key. Whether it's I'm keying an offensive lineman, I'm keying a running back, I'm keying a quarter. Like, I just make sure you see the small things you need to see so you can see the big picture and put yourself in position.
How long did it take you as a player to have that light go on?
Oh, it took me at least about 5 years.
5 years? No, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
No, I knew I had to be intense, just fly around. And my rookie year, I said, there's a lot going on. Things are moving fast. Miko, just go to the football. Go hunt the football wherever it is and go make plays.
See ball, get ball. All right. Yeah. So I was thinking all week, like, how do I ask my tackling question? Because we're coming off of a bye. And then it hit me. We're coming off of a bye. So we've gotten away from tackling for a little bit. How do you make sure the tackling coach ends up being at a top notch against a team like that features Kenneth Walker, who we know breaks tackles. Charbonnet breaks a lot of tackles. Arroyo, the tight end, he can break them too. How do you make sure the tackling ends up being pristine on Monday night?
Yeah, we start by how we practice. Right, starting on Thursday, we got to practice stopping the football. Yeah. And that goes to when you're in position, even though we're not practicing in pads, like you have to put yourself in position. And I want to see guys wrapping up the ball carrier, stopping. That's the main thing when you're coming off a bye. It's like you haven't been in that position in a while. How many times can you put yourself in that position? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every day that'll be the message. It's really harping on making sure we're finishing, thudding, wrapping guys up.
All right, so coming off the bye, did you watch any college football, any parts of games?
I did. I saw a few games. Okay. I think the one was the Auburn-Georgia game.
Yeah.
Was, man, you talk about a swing and momentum. I was watching that game. Auburn's going down there at the 1 yard line to score. And again, it's all about the football in all these games, right? Georgia knocks the ball out. The kid had great technique, punching the football. They get it. Georgia drives down to score. The momentum shifts, and Georgia ends up winning that football game.
So there's such a thing as momentum. We're not making that up as observers.
It's showing as a fan, I feel like it is. When I'm coaching, I don't feel like it's But there is, I felt that you can just feel the energy just shift. Auburn had penalty after penalty, and I can just see the energy being just zapped.
Wait, who do you root
team.
for in a game like that, Coach?
I'm not rooting for anybody. I'm just watching ball. Right, definitely not rooting for.
But you can learn something from the game. We learned, obviously, ball plays. We also learned that you can clap like this.
Yeah, you can clap
Apparently,
like that.
you can clap like this.
I missed that one.
Yeah. Kirby Smart says, I was just clapping. The goal line situation. Alabama gets wins. You get a chance to see
Yeah,
that.
I
And
saw
by
that.
the way, they keep getting their offensive linemen involved, which is pretty fun to
Yeah,
watch.
it's pretty exciting what they're doing.
Yeah.
Coach DeBoer has turned it around.
Yes.
He was, he's just weathering that storm. That's another thing you learn. Like Alabama, they lose to Florida State, and it's, their season is over. But what I've seen from Alabama is they've gotten better as the season has grown on. And that's what you want to do. So I'm happy with those guys and what they've done. They pulled off a good one versus Missouri.
In handling the noise, too, at a place like Alabama, I'm sure you had to go through that. We talk about that. We talked about that throughout this year. When we were 0-3, hey, block out the noise.
Yeah.
When you go to Alabama, that's a place where you better figure it out or you're going to end up not going to a bowl game, not playing national championship.
And that can't happen. You better get to a bowl game.
Yeah.
And those guys, they have good players, good coaching staff. They've done a really nice job. I love the way that they're playing, especially defensively. They're flying around, making plays. Quarterback is settling in. He's making plays for them as well. So they had a good team.
We normally play on Sunday. Obviously, we're playing Monday this week. I know for me, when I sit there on Sunday and I have all the pregame shows on and I'm like, I go through this every 15 minutes. I should be somewhere. I'm supposed to be somewhere. Is it weird on a Sunday to not be where you're typically are on a fall afternoon? Like, I'm supposed to be at Energy Stadium, I'm supposed to be at a football game, and yet you're not. Is it kind of a disconcerting feeling at any point, Coach?
It was actually a good feeling not having to be anywhere. So we were able to go to church on Sunday. Then after church, you get some lunch, and then to be able to sit back and just watch football, I'm like, you know what? That's enough. And kids, let's go run around at the park and
that's awesome.
have some fun.
Yeah.
Coach, you weren't taking the bait in your press conference about, it's wide open in the NFL and some teams are losing here and winning there, because it is a week-to-week thing, right? You have to build every week as a season.
Yeah, it is. And I know, it's a lot of shows, there's a lot of media outlets that talk about the NFL, and rightfully so. It's exciting. I love to see it. I love how our game has grown, right? And so much attention is about our game, but I also understand the realness of it. It's like everybody gets caught up in the start of the season and, this team is going to go all the way because they won 3 or 4 games. Well, we're talking about 5-6 games in, right? And we know the season doesn't end right now. We have a long season. A lot of things change throughout a season, right? Some teams fall off. Some teams get better. Like, there are a lot of ebbs and flows of a season. Right. So for me, and going through it, I don't know, it's almost 20 years now, seeing so many different things happen in seasons. I just know you stay the course. Mm-hmm. You truly control what you control. And I told our guys that you just focus on how you can prepare throughout this week. The results will take care of themselves. Don't worry about what the other teams in the division are doing, because it's easy to, this team, they need to lose. I hope you can't control that, and you just drive yourself insane thinking about what the other teams are doing in your division. You just keep plugging away. You keep working. You keep chopping wood. Keep chopping it. Keep sharpening your axe, and you'll be where you need to be, right, if you do the things necessary to put yourself in that position.
All right, this one was thrown at me. Amegy Bank Ask Coach question of the week. What's the best way to get into coaching, to becoming a coach, whether it be pro or college? What thoughts do you have on that subject?
Ooh, that's a great one. The best advice I have is, like, most guys who coach, they probably played somewhere. So the advice I received was, as soon as you're done playing, like, you get in with the coaches that they know you as a player. Okay. So if it's on the college level, wherever you finish, whatever that particular school is, I would encourage guys to go and become a grad assistant at your particular school. You know the area, you know the team, so it's easier to get involved that way. On the NFL level, the same. If guys want to coach, I would encourage them to go back to their former teams and try to get a head start there and coaching at entry level. But to get into coaching, you have to humble yourself. That's what I had to do. I thought I was just going to go out, hey, I can come coach the linebackers, Kyle. Can I come? And it's like, you don't know what you don't know. I had to humble myself, and I really had to start from the ground level. And what I'm most thankful for is Kyle giving me the opportunity to start as a quality control in a tiny little office, sharing it with another person. And you really, truly see, do you really enjoy coaching? Do you really love the grind of coaching? And some guys like it, some guys don't. But I fell in love with, not only the process of coaching, but the learning process, and fell in love with being able to help players. And that's why I still do it today.
Coach, with your coaching staff and hiring coaches, I thought about this from a player perspective, but I'll ask it from a coach's perspective since we're here. What's an absolute non-negotiable for your coaches to have? Like, if this guy has this, there's no way I would ever, man or woman, I would ever hire that person. What is a non-negotiable? Like, this has got to be absolutely true, or I can't hire that person.
Ooh, that's a good one. I think it starts with me with the character of the person. And that's a non-negotiable. Like, you have to have be a, I say, man or woman of upstanding character, right? And that goes by what you've done in the past. So talking to people who you've worked with before, like me, doing that research, doing that background to see what type of person you were. The coaching is the coaching. We can help you hopefully get better at coaching, but can't change the character of a person. So we want to start there. And that's the same with anybody really in the building. If I had a say in it, whether it's player or coach or staff, want to make sure you're an upstanding person with good morals.
Is it weird to coach against Gary Kubiak's son as offensive coordinator?
Man, it is weird. I wonder if Gary's going to send me. Gary, if you're watching, do I get a encouraging message this week?
Maybe not.
I've been thinking about that. Maybe, maybe not. Who you going for, Gary? Let me know.
Exactly. Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck this week.
Thank you, guys.